Claire, thanks for being here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Tell us about your role at Vice.
So I'm a senior strategist. I've been with Vice for about 7 months, and what I do is support not only the West Coast sales team, but also whatever internal needs in terms of media strategy and putting together brand partnerships that are going to succeed.
Tell us about how and why data is important in online publishing.
I'm always hungry to understand how our behavior is changing and how are the audiences changing from vertical to vertical, platform to platform, and are those insights or those data points matching up against what we're seeing across the industry.
A lot of people watching this are marketers, they're brand marketers, or they work for big holding companies or media agencies. Tell us and tell them a little bit about how content and data are connecting with digital advertising and how it's changing.
It's less about casting the widest net and more about curating, or more about focusing on a very curated environment. We have a targeting platform called Mindsets, and what those segments are based on is a proprietary survey that is attitudinally based, because we believe that attitudes are what drive behaviors, and therefore we focused a lot of our questions to be rooted in questions of attitude and less questions of behavior.
So a brand or an agency comes to you and they say, "Hi, I have X budget." You're going to work with them to show them all that research and help them create the advertising? Do you often get to do that?
Yeah, so I think that's another great point, in that the more native that you can make that experience and to the content, the better it's going to be, and the more you can inspire that collaboration with the client directly or with the agency directly. The more you let each other in on those details, the more native and more successful the experience is going to be.
Okay, so but a staid, dyed-in-the-wool brand guy like me, might feel instinctively, oh, no, I have my brand guidelines and I can't let go. And it sounds like you might be saying to me in that instance, no, Mitchell, you got to let go and play by our rules a little bit and you'll see the results. Is that accurate?
I think there's different situations, right? We have situations where if you want to sponsor, a particular type of Vice content, then that's, we're going to be sticky about that. If you want to collaborate on Vice content, we're still going to be sticky about the Vice brand, as you should be your brand. The limitations of your brand. But if you're coming to us, I think you already know that Vice has sort of an X factor that maybe other publishers do not.
It used to be that there was a separation in journalism between church and state. The editorial never worked with advertising because it would compromise their integrity. That's all out the window. Native advertising changed all of that. Is the process any different at Vice?
Our branded editorial team and our publishers are very, take a very hard line in what they feel like is crossing a line and is makes it unclear that it's advertising. If we weren't being so protective of our brand and ensuring that we weren't tricking our readers into reading something that's not actually content that we would support or create, then we lose integrity with our audience, and that's why we're successful at all. That's why we're attractive to advertisers in the first place.
Claire, thank you so much
for
sharing your thoughts with us today.
Thank
you. Really
you.
Appreciate it.